this crunch week for you, Prime Minister?
He was the 76th and final witness in the crucial second stage of this inquiry. Rishi Sunak began today with an apology.
I just wanted to start by saying how deeply sorry I am to all of those who lost loved ones, family members.
In the early exchanges, the Prime Minister couldn't seem to remember some key events.
You know, I can't specifically recall. I did not say those words. I don't recollect anyone saying those words.
But it was his flagship policy which came under the most intense scrutiny. Eat Out to Help Out proved popular in summer 2020, but scientists have said they were not asked about it in advance.
The scheme had already been announced.
Mr Sunak said those advisers had ample opportunity to raise concerns.
It was already in place.
But why would I raise it as a risk when I didn't believe that it was, because it was designed in the context of a safe reopening? The onus is surely on the people who now believe that it was a risk to have raised it at the time when something could have been done about it if they felt strongly.
Some analysis suggests the benefit to companies was short-lived, but people speaking for the industry say it protected jobs.
I think it's highly likely that without Eat Out to Help Out, you would have seen tens of thousands of businesses fail, millions of jobs at risk across the sector. We lost 10% of hospitality businesses that year as it was, even with all that support measures.
But today wasn't just about the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, as Chancellor Rishi Sunak was at the centre of the key balancing act of the pandemic. On the one hand, officials were trying to contain the virus. On the other, they were trying to protect the economy as much as possible.
Easements.
Later, Rishi Sunak denied a suggestion heard earlier in this inquiry that the Treasury was nicknamed the pro-death squad by other officials for that reason.
Were you aware that the Treasury was being referred to in those terms? You may not have been aware.
I wasn't, and I do not think it is a fair characterisation.
Indeed.
On the incredibly hard-working people that I was lucky to be supported by at the Treasury.
It will now be up to this inquiry to decide if the government got the balance of COVID restrictions right. Its final recommendations, though, are unlikely to be published before this time next year at the earliest. Jim Reid, BBC News.